The dining room fell silent the instant my dad's booming laugh rang out across the table. His voice was loud enough to make other patrons at the brunch spot turn their heads, but he didn't care. He never did. "Your job's a dead end?" he snapped, jabbing his fork at me like I was the punchline of a bad joke. "Quit already and help your sister. At least she's making something of herself." Before we dive in, drop a comment below and let us know where you're from and which city. After reading this story, be sure to share what you do in this situation. Be honest. We read every comment. Let's get started. Everyone laughed. My mom, my sister Lauren, even her husband. Their Snickers cut deep, each one stinging more than the last. Lauren leaned back, smirking, raising her orange juice glass like she just scored a victory. "Dad's got a point," she said, her tone dripping with mock sympathy. "Stop pretending you've got a career and come work for me. You might actually be useful for once," her husband chimed in. "With your paycheck, I'm shocked you could afford the gas to get here. Bet you can't even cover your part of the bill, huh?" The table exploded in laughter again, the cruel sound bouncing off walls that suddenly felt suffocating. My hands gripped my coffee mug so tightly I thought it might shatter. My face burned, but I forced myself to keep a neutral expression. They were waiting for me to lose it, to cry, to storm out. That's what I used to do. That's what they expected. Instead, I set my fork down carefully, leaned back, and looked at my dad. "Keep laughing," I said softly. For a moment, the table went quiet. I felt their stares, trying to figure out if I'd finally broken. But then, as if I hadn't spoken, the laughter started again, louder than before. I didn't argue or defend myself. I just sat there, letting them think they'd won. But inside, something clicked. A cold, steady calm settled over me, like steel reinforcing my core. When brunch ended, I walked out into the sunlight, head held high. Humiliation weighed on me, but beneath it was something fiercer, stronger. They thought I was weak. They thought I was nothing. Tomorrow they'd find out how wrong they were. The next morning, I strode into the real estate office, shoulders back, heart steady. No nerves, no doubts. I'd been working toward this for years, saving every dime while my family ridiculed me for not being successful enough. "Miss Walker," the realtor said, sliding a folder across the desk with a warm smile. "It's official. The apartment's yours. Here are the keys." I stared at them, shiny silver, gleaming like freedom in the morning light. My fingers closed around them, and for the first time in years, I felt like I wasn't just scraping by. I was winning. By noon, I stood in my new place, my apartment. 12th floor, hardwood floors shining under the sunlight streaming through huge windows. A balcony overlooking the city skyline. A kitchen smelling of fresh paint and new possibilities. I moved from room to room, my heels clicking, my chest tight with emotion I refused to let spill over. But I didn't cry. I just whispered to Roswell, "They'll see. Tomorrow, they'll see." Because here's the truth. My family always mocked me for not being enough. They didn't know about the nights I worked late, the vacations I skipped, the birthdays I missed to save money, the sacrifices I made while they laughed. They never asked, and I never told them. But now I had something real. Something they couldn't deny. That evening, my phone pinged with a family group chat message. "Dinner at our place tomorrow, 7 p.m.
I can't tell you the full story in this short video. If you want to see the full story, the link is given below. Click on it to watch the full story.